Well, hello there, YouTubers. This is the Phoenix here, and this is the second part of my World vs. World commentary videos. So, right now, this actually occurs about 1 or 2 minutes after the first video that I made and uploaded last week, and it's under the same conditions. So right now, all enemies, or actually Tarnished Coast, has plus 150 stats on all players and 50% HP bonus. So this video actually occurs before the orb removal update, which occurred recently. So right now, I'm just chatting with one of the people that I killed earlier, which was the Rifle Warrior, and it is common occurrence for me to just randomly get PNs from just random people that I take out. I guess they're just in awe and shock that I just dominate them. But right now, I'm going to engage back in battle. Tarnished Coast is right outside our base, and this is probably the last stand that my server for Aston Woods is on right now. So right now I have my ally behind me, and we're gonna engage in this battle right here. There's probably about there's a couple people right here, so we could probably take them out. I get this nice updraft right there, knock down 3 people, and I follow that up with an earthquake because I know they're still probably on the floor. And at this point, there are a lot of people coming at us, and I look back and I could see an army just chasing my ally, and he goes down. And so I'm just gonna escape from the situation right now. So I go ahead and pop that ring of fire and that choke point right there. But out of nowhere, this naked warrior guy comes up to me, and he actually has 25 stacks of something. He's actually pretty tough to take out. He's wielding two axes right now, and he does a fair bit amount of damage. And then while I'm fighting him, there's actually more people coming at me because I can see them in the background. So I'm gonna go ahead and escape the situation at this point. There's probably about 10 people chasing me. It is pretty common for just an army of people just to chase me around. It is really good practice if you want to get better at playing either SPV, PvE, or World vs. World to just go and engage as many people as you can and just work your way up from there. So for instance, when I first started out playing on this DD Elementalist, I started out with just 2 people at first, and then progressed my way upward to 3 people, and then 4 people, and now sometimes to like 7 or 8 people. And it does take a good amount of practice to get a lot better. And if you slowly progress your way up, you'll get really good. So at this point, I'm gonna run away from the situation. There are still 4 or 5 people chasing me. One that I'm gonna go ahead and pop Ring of Fire right there. That's another choke point, so they're probably gonna run through it. If you look at the Elementalist that I'm targeting right now, he actually runs through that Ring of Fire, so that's nice. So I'm going to try to weaken them over time, and by weakening them over time, I can easily take them out later on. I was going to run over to the left right there, but there are 2 enemies there, so I just changed direction. And right now I'm being chased by a warrior, and this is the same rifle warrior that gave me a lot of problems in the first video. So this isn't going to be that easy of a battle. And I missed that magnetic grass. This is actually before the magnetic grass got fixed. And I go ahead and pop up my Turning Earth Lightning Flash, and I get it nicely. But she does a good amount of damage with her adrenaline shot. And I'm trying to take her out at this point. She knows she's losing, so she's going to go ahead and escape. I get that nice burning spear right there, 2,400 damage, and she jumps away with her sword 2 ability. And then I get another magnetic grass and start attacking her further on. But then her CD for her leap ends again, and then she follows up with a shield bash with their sword shield combo, and then she's gonna go over to these 2 allies right here who are both attacking this neutral right here, and she's gonna go and juke me. She was trying to make me jump into the water right there, and then backtracks out. I'm still chasing her, but there are 2 thieves behind me, and they do a good amount of damage, a lot of backstab damage. So her blow was just to weaken me up and then come back and finish me off, which was a good idea because I always take the bait. And at this point, I'm low on HP, and she actually, in the distance, is coming back for me, which is pretty smart. My ally's right here, too, so we're going to engage in this 2 versus 3 situation. Go ahead and engage that thief first, and he goes and pops out cloaks. I can pop up Ring of Fire, and I know where he is around the area. Go ahead, escape once more. I'm taking a lot of damage. My ally's at full HP almost. So, dodge roll for that evasive arc counter heal, and this might cast my Glyph of Elemental Harmony so I can heal him further. And now I'm getting targeted. My ally, I don't really know where she is at the moment. She's right behind me, actually. And I'm going to take out that warrior, change directions, hit the thief instead. He's low on HP. He sells, but I'm low on HP also, so I'm going to go ahead and escape. Use that red lightning, followed by the updraft, and I messed up right there. But I'm going to go ahead and heal up as much as possible. And that warrior's still chasing me, so she's gonna just take me out as quick as possible. But then she changed direction onto my ally, probably because she realizes it's probably easier target. And I try to use that Turn Earth landing flash right there, but it actually misses. And I'm gonna try and take out that warrior once more. I think the two thieves in the background have stopped chasing us, but I'm gonna try and take out the warrior as quick as possible. She does use that sword 2 ability, jumps away, leaps, and at this point we're trying to take them out as quickly as possible before they get to the castle and I can't take this warrior out anymore. So still chasing her at this point. Cassie has many chasing abilities at the hand, and she does dodge me right there with this with the shield 4 ability. Go ahead, cast magnetic grass, and I get it nicely. Stun her, and then follow up with a cripple. And my allies also attacking her at this point. Pop of that ring of fire, but I miss, and I get that nice burning spear right there, doing more damage. And I cast chilled on her. And now I'm gonna follow this up with an updraft, but she does use stability on me and gets immune, which is really nice. Pardon her part. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop that Churnier followed by lightning teleport, and I get it nicely. So that's what she's almost dead, but she's almost back to her base right now. I do miss that burning speed once more, and right before, instead of finishing her off with a full Drake's Breath, I use use Fire 5 instead to do a 3.2k damage crit to finish her off before she gets even further. And I did use that Miss form while stomping her so I don't die while getting hit by many NPCs. So right now we're fighting Mesmer. No idea where they are. I just look around and I actually figure out where they are in the distance. What you do when you look for an enemy that's escaping from a situation, because they usually tend to, for Mesmer, they usually tend to teleport and use invisibility at the same time. You jump around, look, pan your camera in all directions, and by doing this, you also keep pushing next target and nearest target, and you'll eventually find them. But for thieves, it's not so much because they can get away from, they can like get out of your radar range pretty quickly using 12 or 13 seconds of stealth followed by their short bow 5 ability. But at this point, I'm gonna try to take out that Mesmer right there, and she uses that Diamond State ability, but it was so close that I could actually use it onto her. So right now, try to take out this this other Mesmer right here. Use that updraft and got it really nicely. Got that nice burning speed there too. And at this point, there are a few more enemies coming. Actually, this is actually an opposing faction right here. This is actually Dragon Baron. Before I was chasing Tarnished Coast, so there's actually 3 teams here: Fort Aspen Woods, Dragon Baron, and Tarnished Coast right now fighting the same battle. But me and my elemental ally takes out both of them. So right now, we're just gonna finish them all off. Use that nice AOE and hit as many people as possible, and just start causing as much damage as possible. So I see this enemy in the distance. I'm going to attack him, but I realize he's at full HP, and there's already 2 or 3 dead people here I could just take out right away. I'm gonna use that AOE and take out their HP at the same time. And then I see more enemies coming, and this is another Tarnished Coast army. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast that Churning Earth where there are a few people nearby with that downstate person. I do kill him, finish him off, and then one of the Mesmers pops up some of their chaos AOEs, and it's disabling right now. So I'm gonna go and step out of it and use that Ring of Fire once more because they're all nearby, and cause as much damage once more. So at this point, there are a few running enemies for me. I'm gonna go and take out this Mesmer right here. Try to take him out as quickly as possible. But it was actually a fake. I didn't even realize that. And then now I get that nice burning spear right there, but this person pops up Endure Pain. I'm trying to take out that warrior, and now his Endure Pain's off, so I'm going to go ahead and try and finish him off real quick. Use that, ride the lightning, and then bring me right to him, and then finish him off with just my auto attack, because it is my strongest auto attack ability of all my attunements. Pop up that misforms while I'm stomping, so I don't get revved up by the other minis or the warriors knockdown 2 ability. And now I'm going to go ahead and take out this I believe this engineer. He goes down. Pop my turning earth because there's a lot of enemies nearby, but I do get pulled in by the engineer. My HP is dropping really low at this point. I was down to 600 HP, and I managed to survive at that point because I had that arcane shield. Pop out my last 10% HP. My HP is still dropping even lower, and I have a couple stacks of bleeding, so I'm gonna run away from the situation. And right now a thief comes up behind me, and I'm only at like 4k HP, and he's using pistol whip, and he almost takes me out, down 600 HP once more. So I'm gonna go ahead and escape from the situation. I accidentally double click and hit the raccoon instead, which is really bad on my part, because usually when you deselect your targets for ride the lightning, you always deselect the screen, or by double clicking the screen, and it didn't work out too well. So right there, if you saw my juke technique, I actually pushed water 5 underwater, followed by a quick back turn around and water 3 to build more distance out, and then I go ahead and use air 3 to build as much distance as possible. So right now at this point, there's 4 people chasing me, and they're all guildies, and they'll have, again, plus 150 stats, 50% HP bonuses that I don't have, and they're probably all really fairly coordinated, because it is a guild team, and they're all chasing me pretty coherently. I'm gonna go ahead and use this place as a fighting grounds. I thought these Quaglin would be my allies, but they're just neutral. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this at 50% playback speed. Originally I was playing at 90% playback speed, but with this fight scene, there's just so much going on. I can't really explain it in such a short frame of time. So right now I'm just gonna try and deal as much damage as possible. Get that nice CC there. 2 people down. 2 people get CC'd. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up my turning earth with lightning flash and displace them before I get hit by the warrior. And he does smash me with his hammer attack. Dodge roll away and get that nice evasive arcana burning onto the enemies, followed by Drake's Breath because they're all in line right here. And you see all that nice damage I got there. Pop that ring of fire at choke point, jump around, juke them, change direction really quickly, pop up water to remove that mobilization, and then start healing once more. At this point, I'm already losing the battle. I'm already at 7k HP, and that warrior just jumps at me, and I dodge it luckily. Followed up with another Glyph Elemental Harmony, followed by Burning Speed to build distance away, because they're all in that one location. And then start using Drake's Breath around the corner. Drake's Breath actually can hit through walls on the sides. You can actually hit your enemies without your enemies actually hitting you, so that's nice. That's one thing to do when you're fighting a disadvantaged battle. You always have to utilize your terrain correctly. You will never win a battle if you're fighting against 4 good people, which these people are fairly good. It is a guild team. You'll never win a good battle if you're fighting out in the open. You have to utilize your terrain to maximum effect. The terrain actually helps you separate the enemies further while you're slowly dealing damage out to them. It's almost like a mitigation way to prevent yourself from dying, using those walls to prevent projectiles from hitting you, and they can use that further with juke combos. So I get that nice turning earth right there. Dodge roll for evasive arcana heal, followed by Glyph Elemental Harmony, so I can heal up even further. And at this point, I'm gonna go healing up, and I know they're invisible right here, so I go ahead and cast that water 3 to slow them down. And I'm going to go and cast Drake's Breath right there, right in the line of sight where all the enemies are. And go ahead and go in the other direction because I'm not sure if people are coming from the other side. And start taking out that enemy in distance. He's almost dead at this point. I didn't even realize it, but he reses up right at the last minute. And I go ahead and cast Misform. And I get this nice juke right here. Because I was invisible. Because my invisible sight range was a little low for them. They actually thought I jumped off the water, and if you look closely, they both jump off and dive into the water. So I go ahead go back and start attacking them because I know they're coming back from the water. So I get that nice burning spear there. I hit it against the wall so I get maximum damage effects. And then I pop up my arcane shield because I'm taking a lot of damage right here. And at this point, that thief that jumps into the water comes back over here. And I go ahead and use a updraft followed by ride the lightning and bring myself right to them. Followed by that nice earth to slow them down. And then right around the corner, I'm gonna pop up Turning Earth. So Turning Earth actually hits past walls also, so it's a nice ability too. And then switch targets really quickly so I can mitigate some more damage. And then follow that up with Evasive Arcana heal, followed by another Glyph Elemental Harmony. My ally finishes off one of the enemies right here. I believe, I'm not sure. I think it might have been mitigated, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out this guardian right here. She just used her downstate ability, so this is a free stop at this point. And because my ally had just arrived, we do have an advantage now. I'm gonna go ahead and use this time to cast my elite which I should have done in the beginning, but I didn't. And I do get stopped by this Guardian's AoE pushback ability. And I accidentally walk into it twice, which was kind of silly on my part. And I get bumped once more by the crate. And at this point, the battle is getting kind of confusing because these crates just spawned. So this could be an easy way for me to get rallies if I do get killed, or for them to get rallies if they get killed. So it's in my benefit to do as much damage as possible to everything within sight, possibly applying as many DOTs as possible for a backup situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast a Churning Earth right here, and it does land perfectly without me ever having to cast Teleport. And I go ahead and use healing once more. So at this point, my ally's HP is really low. I go ahead and try to do some damage while she's taking some bait, and I accidentally use Fire 3 and actually jump off right there. But she actually dies at this point, is in vapor form at the moment. So she's dead. I could see her right there in the distance, so I'm going to try and revive her while popping up mist form so I don't get interrupted. But unfortunately, the thief is going to stealth and then stomp at the same time, so that was futile. So now I'm going to go back to dodge rolling healing and escaping the situation once more. I don't know how many enemies are still alive at this point. I think a few more joined the battle, and they're all enemies. So I get stunned right there, and I get pistol whipped, so I'm going to go ahead and dodge that. Well, actually, I didn't dodge that, but I'm going to go ahead and use some more AoE right here. Cast that Ring of Fire on that choke point, because they're going to run into it. They're going to chase me. And now at this point, I'm going to go weave in between the pillars to build some more distance up and assess the situation once more. So I do see the Guardian approaching from my right side, or sorry, the Warrior approaching from my right side, and he's coming. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my Churning Earth and then teleport out the other side and hit him, and hit both of them, and then follow up with a nice Earthquake and stun both of them at the same time. So then I pop Fire right afterward, because that's usually what my rotation is for after casting Churning Earth, and deal as much damage as possible. I do get pistol up here, so I'm going to go ahead and dodge that, and then while he passes that Ring of Fire, he gets burned, and I'm still going to do as much damage as possible. So that thief casts his Dagger Storm, so I'm going to walk out of the AoE effect so I don't take more damage, and use the pillar once more, utilizing that terrain effectiveness so I don't take as much damage while I can still deliver damage. And then at this point, I don't know where my enemies are, so I'm just going to cast Drake's Breath randomly, cast that Ring of Burning Speed, and backtrack out to confuse my enemies even further, and get that stack of Might from the Invasive Arcana onto the fire field of my Burning Speed. So at this point, I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and try to escape, but I am taking a lot of hits from all enemies at the same time, and I do get down, but luckily there was a crate nearby, and the AoE that they were doing actually killed it, so I got lucky right there. I'm going to go ahead and use Ride the Lightning Escape, because my HP is down to 3.6 HP, and pop out that Chakra more. That thief does get stunned. I'm going to go ahead and use a Fire to build more distance up. My HP is out at 1.2k, now I'm going to go heal and using Water Tomb it, and at this point, I'm not sure how many enemies are around me right now. Another one of my allies comes by, actually 2 of them, so I could probably win this situation again. I do cast a Churning Earth in a pretty poorly direction. Didn't work out as well as I expected. I noticed the Thief and the Warrior both go invisible, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Earthquake right here, because I'm not sure where they are, and if they were chasing me right there, it would have hit them. And go ahead and cast Cone of Cold, just be sure that if that's where they are, then I will hit them. So at this point, I'm just casting AoE in a random direction, and I do see all these enemies attacking 3 allies that I have right here in the distance. And as the battle progresses, there are a lot more enemies coming into the field, because I did take out 1 or 2 of them already, and they just keep coming and coming. So at this point, I think we are a little bit disadvantaged, but we could still probably take them out. So go ahead and cast my Elite right here on the Fire Stick, because it does the most damage, and cast that Drake's Breath onto that Warrior. And at this point, I'm going to try and take out that warrior because his HP is low, and try to cast that updraft, and actually hits nobody. Oh, that's actually a guardian, sorry. Because they had a stability up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to take out that guardian once more. Cast Arcane Shield. That wasn't really timed too well. And heal up my ally right there who's casting Turning Earth using Cone of Cold. And then dodge that hammer ability. Followed by a nice burning speed, but it gets mitigated by that AoE shield right at the last minute, so that didn't really work in my favor. So at this point, my ally is down to like 30% HP, so he needs to heal up at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and switch up targets, or use Turning Earth, and hit that warrior or that guardian right there, and he gets hit directly for 3.3k damage, and gets that stun directly. And then I'm going to try and finish him off as quickly as possible at this point. But he does, I do get knocked back right before I get to finish him off. Or actually, sorry, he stealths right before I finish him off. So I know they're all in that one stealth arena. But I do get pushed back by the Guardian's ability. And I'm just going to cast AoE randomly within this dome, because I know they're probably all there. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they're all there. They could have displaced somewhere else, though. But now my HP drops a little bit lower, so I'm going to go heal up once more. And that Guardian is actually to my left side. I didn't realize it. He was on the left side of my screen for a split second. So he actually healed up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take out this new thief comer in the battle. And at this point, I'm going to dodge roll for Evasive Arcana heal. It didn't work out some reason. I'm going to go ahead and try to finish off that thief, but I accidentally go a little too far off the edge and get into the water. And then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cast a updraft and hit those 3 people. I didn't cast Shocking Aurora there, which was a bad mistake. My ally is getting chased at this point with really low HP, so I'm going to try and use that distraction, use a Turning Earth right here, and try to deal as much damage as possible. But I get mitigated by the, or get distracted by the Mesmer's AoE chaos ability. And now I use Misform because I was taking a lot of damage right there, and I was immobilized at the same time, and I was getting pistol whipped also. So I go ahead and cast my heals up once more, and use Teleport and then Escape from Situation, considering I'm the only person here at this point that's still alive, and there are 4 or 5 people. So I'm going to run away, use that Air 3 to build more distance, and there's only 1 person chasing me. I guess the other people gave up at that point, and I'm just going to start building as much distance as possible. And I realize that there's only really 1 person chasing me, so I'm just going to go ahead and head back into the battle. They're all still there. I think one of my allies is still fighting, actually. And yeah, I just made some random comments right there. That was a pretty long battle, but I'm just going to re-engage at this point. Try and take out as many people as possible. So one thing to note is, again, like, if you want to get better at like playing these doing these incredible situations that I'm putting myself in, you have to just put yourself in those situations to get better. Now another person comes into the battle, another warrior, and I see him come in, so I go ahead and cast Air 4 and disable him, followed by an Earth 4, and then I follow up with a Turning Earth and a Teleport, because I know he's down at this point. And luckily, because he was confused by that ability, he does get hit directly for that Turning Earth. I did cast Arcane Shield there because I know all the enemies were attacking me at that point. Use a Fire 3 to build distance, followed by Arcane, followed by my Elite. Because I know this is gonna be a big battle once more, and I cast that Water 3 ability to slow them down while I build more distance up, going around the corners. And I'm taking a lot of damage right here, and I was just about get hit by the Guardian's hammer ability, so I go ahead and dodge that with Misform. And at this point, we go ahead and try and deal damage across the wall, because Earth does have that ability to hit directly past walls. I'm going to go ahead and use Drake's Breath around the corner, use Fire Burning Speed to deal more damage to my enemies, and assessing the situation once more. There are still more and more people coming into the battle, and I believe there's only 1 ally that I have right now within the island. and we're fighting, I believe, 6 people. So we are losing this battle again, and I'm gonna try and heal up once more. Oh, actually, I find this downed enemy right here, so I'm going to try and finish him off. That was actually the warrior that I disabled with my air 4 and earth 4 abilities underwater. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up once more. There are a lot of enemies attacking me, and I'm going to go and try and build more distance up. Use that wall once more, and deal as much damage as possible. So cast that nice AoE right there. My ally is going to use Churning Earth, and he does get that fire field I made right there for those 3 stacks of might. Now my HP is dropping really low, so at this point I'm actually going to die by burning at the last second, which generally happens in most cases. Most of the time I get killed because of conditions or because of like a half-second fatal error. I could have casted a water tombment to save myself right there, but I didn't in time. And a lot of factors when fighting these battles always depend on split-second reaction. So at this point, I'm dead, and I pretty much give up here because I'm not gonna win. Once I'm in the water and down, I'm not gonna survive 4 or 5 people attacking me. So that's the end of my video for this commentary. I hope you guys like it. This is just another one of my ways to teach elementalists or whoever wants to watch it different PvP tactics or different fighting techniques, and this could apply to any class using those terrain advantages for thieves, for warriors, for mesmers. It doesn't really matter, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, favorite, or subscribe, and don't forget to comment, suggest new things that I'm doing, or if you have any feedback for these videos, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm still learning a lot of video editing techniques slash computer techniques. So I'm not really professional at these videos. So once again, thank you again for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you very much.